What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is by far the best iPhone that's ever existed. No debate, no argument, but if you want to, you can pop that down in the comments. I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why you should upgrade your current iPhone to this. Even if you've got the 14 Pro Max, the 15 Pro Max is worth the upgrade. And if you're an Android user, you should ditch your Android and switch to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let me tell you why. So reason number 1 is the weight, the style, the materials, the design, essentially the overall design of this build. The new titanium structure, which has reduced the phone by 11% roughly on last year, is by far the biggest upgrade you can feel in your hands. Straight away, you pick it up, it's noticeably lighter, but more importantly, it's far more comfortable to hold. I have found myself randomly just picking up the phone to hold. Yep, I know that makes me sound sad, but I am sad. I have found myself just staring at the device. Now, I'm actually using my 15 Pro Max to film my videos. That's what I use for iPhones predominantly. It's to film my YouTube content. But the case, the nice fine woven case, I actually find that I don't have it on it very often because I like the look of the natural titanium so much. Now, the fact that Apple have crammed in everything that they did on the 14 Pro Max and a little bit more with that 5x zoom lens, and they've managed to not only keep the weight the same, but 11% less, you have to applaud Apple for that. You no longer need to have a 250 gram phone to make it feel premium. This is the most premium feeling iPhone I've ever held. So that's reason number 1. Now, reason number 2, if you put a case on your phone, you're not going to see or feel the upgrade or differences with the new titanium build. So maybe reason 1 doesn't apply to you. But reason number 2 is the action button. Finally, Apple has a customization feature that Android currently don't have. None of the current flagship devices have the customization that Apple have in just a single button. Yes, they've got apps. Yes, there's software features in Android. But from an actual button, years ago they did, but currently not right now. Now, what do I use the action button for? Actually, various things. It's only been a week for the 15 Pro Max, but I originally started it as just using it as a mute switch. Then about an hour later, I decided, no, let's take advantage of this action button. So I switched it to open my favorite app, which is YouTube. So press the button, YouTube opens. And I thought, no, well, when I'm at the gym or if I'm going for a cycle, I like to listen to a podcast or music. So I set up a shortcut to Apple Music. Then I set up a shortcut to Spotify. Then I set up a shortcut to open a specific podcast on Spotify. The possibilities using the action button paired with Apple's shortcuts are almost literally endless. Now again, when I talk about upgrading, no other iPhone has this functionality. Maybe you are a business person and you, rather than handing out business cards or you're constantly having to give away your contact details, you can hold the action button, which will automatically bring up your QR code to have all your social media details, your contact information, so that that other person can just scan it with their phone and they've got all your details saved. Now that's a niche example, but that's how far you can push it. You may use a stopwatch all the time. Hold the action button, stopwatch starts. Again, don't want to stress the point too much, but the action button I can see being a game changer for a lot of people. Hence why it's the second reason why you should buy the device or upgrade now. And the final reason, again, a first for Apple. So we've had the first ever titanium build, the first ever action button, a customizable button on an iPhone. And the third reason, 5x zoom. Now yes, Samsung fans, calm down. I know 5x zoom isn't groundbreaking, but it's Apple. And you know their 5x zoom is going to be better than everybody else's 5x zoom. Now that's from picture quality, to stabilization, to functionality. It's just better. And through the Apple native camera app, just easier to use. As I say, the 5x zoom is the best 5x zoom quality you're going to get, in my opinion. But also when you go into maximum zoom, which is 25x, which again, we know there's 100 times space zoom or 120 times on the Xiaomi. But Apple's 25x with the stabilization, well, take a look. Pretty goddamn sharp, impressive. The details you see, even at maximum zoom, yeah, super impressed. And just as a real comparison, here's the 13 Pro versus the 15 Pro Max when it comes to all of the angles and that zoom. So there we have it. 3 absolute concrete stone wall reasons why you should consider upgrading right now or switching from Android. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is not a perfect phone, but none are. Until next time.